I have a major announcement right now. As of today, the 1st of July, which today is the 2nd, I think, yeah, 2nd. But the 1st of July is White History Month. White History Month. So the whole month is White History Month from now on. Happy White History Month. If we can have Black History Month, they haven't done a thing. The Gay History Month, who have not done anything. The Mexican months and the Indian months and the Japanese month and Chinese month. Why not White History Month? This is their country. So happy White History Month, white folks. This is your country. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you founded, created one of the greatest country on this side of heaven. No one else can do this. So thank you so much.
What is an anti-racism advocate?
Yeah, I'm an anti-racism strategist. I look up for ways to try to replace the system of white supremacy with the system of justice, because unfortunately we're in a global system where white supremacy dominates all areas of activity. So we need to replace that system with a just system.
Define white supremacy.
White supremacy means people who believe through speech, thought, and action that they should dominate, control, and mistreat people classified as non-white. And we're dominated by that system completely globally.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
The victim mentality. Nothing holds someone back more than seeing himself as a victim. Why? Because the victim is not responsible for his situation. Everything is someone else's fault. And the victim sees little chance of improving his life. How can he get ahead if someone is holding him back? All this makes the victim unhappy, frustrated, and angry. This is how too many blacks see themselves, as victims. So much so that their victim status becomes their primary identity and their ruling ideology. I call it victimology.
All of my messages are for the victims of white supremacy.
Right, but your whole thing is about the white man.
The white supremacist, the white supremacist, not the white man, the white supremacist.
Right, it's still about men. They are white men.
No, the white supremacist, because you have white female supremacists too.
So men and women, white.
No, white supremacists.
Right.
Let's be very clear.
What
white
does it feel like to be a man who believe that these people are holding you back?
Right.
And so you spend a whole lifetime building your life around them, trying to stop them, and they're moving on with life and doing what they do anyway.
Right.
What does that feel like?
What do you mean, what does it feel like? I feel like a victim of white supremacy.
So you feel like a victim?
I'm a victim. I'm a victim of white supremacy. Yeah.
And so are they holding you back financially?
Holding me back financially? Well, they can.
Are they?
They can.
Are they?
They can.
No, but are they?
They can.
Well, I didn't ask you if they could.
They can. If I get too powerful, yeah, they'll chop my stuff down just like they chop everybody else's stuff down.
As just about everyone knows, but too few talk about publicly, in majority black cities, violent black-on-black crime is rampant. A Department of Justice study from 1980 through 2008 revealed that blacks accounted for almost half of the nation's homicide victims, 47.4%, and more than half of the offenders, 52.4%, all while being 13% of America's population. The Tuskegee Institute conducted a study of all known lynchings of blacks that occurred between 1882 through 1968. During this 86-year span, which is essentially the post-Civil War era up to the Civil Rights era, 3,446 blacks were reportedly lynched. Presently, black-on-black murder eclipses the number of blacks lynched over the course of 80 years, roughly every 6 months. Unbelievably, the culpability for this disproportionate amount of mayhem actually lies with a menacing 2 to 3% minority within the black populace. I call them urban terrorists.
People in Ferguson complained about the police force was so white, yet they could have raised their kids to grow up to want to apply. The white people were like, we took who applied. Those people were told that they don't want to grow up to be cops, that they hate cops. So this whole neighborhood of black people didn't decide to raise their children up to say, well, if we don't want to be policed by whites, why don't you go and apply for the job? Nope. It's better for you to be some kind of dancer or a rapper because that'll get us out quick.
I can't fake it, just break it. And when I take it, see, I specialize in making all the girls get naked. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here, now get live.
All these cities where this violence is overrun by single black mothers who are raising these children in these environments. So nobody's going to point out that single black mothers in almost every violent city across the United States overwhelmingly are raising the children.
When it comes to one-year-old Kamari, Scout, you are not.
That would be an immediate link. If you had a link to where every police chief in every one of these cities were white and all of the educators were white and the kids were dumb and violent, we would say, well, look who's over them. But we won't do it when it comes to liberal-run cities and single-mother-run neighborhoods. We will not point out that that one link is everywhere. And why? CNN helped perpetuate it. That's why I don't like liberals, because they're perpetuating the victimhood, like you said, the low expectations. Yeah. They're telling them, you know, the SAT is culturally biased. Yet Sue Young, who was 8 years old when she came over here, aced it. How can people who've been here for 400 years, if you've been under the thumb of white people, the one thing you should know is the culture of white people. So that I should pass any test to tell me what white people are doing. Yes, and murdering, hanging.
Right,
like,
you get
I should know that.
The rhythm of it.
But we are saying to black people it's culturally biased, but people who come from another culture can ace this test? You're telling them that you can be no more than what you currently are. And that's why you have generations of poverty.
And now to something completely different.
Oh, this is ridiculous. These guys ain't Jewish. What are they talking about? What are they talking about? These guys ain't Jewish.
The Bible tells you that the real Jews have melanin pigmentation.
Look at all these fucking fundamentalists over here.
Numbers 12 and 10.
The bottom line, listen.
White as snow.
White as snow.
Listen, you don't have an ounce of Semitic blood in you.
Come on.
Okay? How much do you make a year?
Come on.
And behold, she was leprous.
And she was leopard like you. Come on.
Leopard like me?
He said unto Moses,
I'm the healthiest guy around here.
My Lord.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Lord, this is a sin to have the color you have. You know why? Read on. Read.
Listen.
Read.
It's not my fault I was born with the highest IQ.
He doesn't have no melanin pigmentation.
Okay, pull yourself back. Let me tell you something, buddy. Come on.
No, you don't have no color. Come on.
It don't matter. Listen. It doesn't matter.
Don't you know your flesh is consumed? Don't you know the real Jews have melanin pigmentation? Your flesh is consumed.
You gotta be shitting me with this bullshit.
I destroyed you, man.
No.
You're on medication, man.
No.
You need to go into the Bellevue. Listen, go right down near the Bellevue, because that's where you belong.
Absolutely not. I'm going to be staying right here and make sure you guys disperse. You guys better disperse with this bull crap.
Instead of making life the best you can, here,
Jews are the chosen people, and you better relax your mouth. You better shut your mouth. You better shut your fucking mouth.
Look, you better just as much bullshitter as these guys are.
That's right.
Okay?
That's what they all say.
You don't know a damn thing. And
I
you
don't give a
the
fuck
white
what I
man
am.
He came and said this idiot right here has a high IQ. This how he doesn't know anything.
They do have the highest
IQ. You know what?
You're accepting a scientific fact, but then you put it away when it's wrong, when it's bad.
How much you got in your savings, first of all?
They was what?
What you got saved up? What you got saved up? Where's the investments at? Where's the investments at? Do you own any businesses?
No, you stole all the businesses.
Yeah, I just paid him. I just bought them.
So what does money have to do with this anyway?
It has everything to do with everything. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
You're the damn devil, man. Get out of here.
Absolutely. You're the damn devil. You're preaching all this crap. It's all bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit. It's all crap. It's all crap.
From among men. He was driven forth from them. That's why they call
No, I don't fucking understand this shit. I do not understand this. You are not Jews. I'm going to repeat myself. Come on, let's do it. You are not Jews.
Listen, we know.
I'm going to repeat one more time. One more time. Wait, come on, come on, come on, say it.
But get the hell out.
You are not Jews. Yo, look at you. What the fuck are you wearing? Camouflage? You're in the city. It's a camouflage. Are you playing paintball? Are you playing paintball? What the fuck are you doing? Listen, I can get you a job.
Some stupid ass hacker.
Okay, what the fuck? Kiss my fucking ass. Kiss my fucking ass.
Every time you
Kiss my fucking ass.
You're some miserable, lousy rat bastard.
I'm pretty happy.
The Bible condemns you.
I'm pretty content with my life.
Read it again.
I'm happy. Yo, Nesimo, get out here preaching this garbage. It's trash.
It's the Most High.
You know what?
The judges are the people who rule.
You know what?
According to the Bible,
I give up. You want to be a Jew? You want to be a Jew so much? Here's a fucking guy. Come on, put it on. Whoa. I'm saying right now. I'm saying, I give up.
Now they have known that all things. John 17, verse 17. John the 17th chapter. Stay there. As long as you don't touch me. Oh, 1 second. You can heckle. Listen. You can heckle, yell, just as long as you don't touch us or touch our stuff. Read. The truth. The word is the truth of the Most High. We don't care about your feelings. Romans 3 verse 3 that we read last week.
Yeah, people, he's got a mic on.
Romans 3 verse 3.
Great actor. How about you show your mic on your chest?
No, relax.
Show your fucking mic.
Relax.
Show your fucking mic.
Relax.
You got a fed in the mix of us.
You better relax. You relax. No.
You're a fucking white male. White male. White male. You're a fucking white male. White man. White man. You're a fucking white man. You're fucking white. You're fucking white male. You're fucking white.
So let me ask you one final question.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Did you have fun?
All the time. I love it here.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, indeed.